Hey cats and kittens, welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty, and today is Black Friday. I don't know why it's called Black Friday. I've never really had any idea as to what that's about, but it is what it is. Maybe some of you know, who knows. If you are in the States and you celebrate Thanksgiving or Turkey Day, my brother calls it Turkey Massacre Day, then I hope you had a wonderful Turkey Day. If you are not in the States and you don't celebrate or you don't celebrate any of that, then I hope you just had a great Thursday and I hope you're here to hang out with us and get some relatively inexpensive, it's not going to say it's inexpensive, but on sale yarn. I hope that you um, can, even if you're not buying yarn, I hope you get to hang out with us and check things out and look at them. Yeah. Today is the day that businesses that would otherwise be struggling go into the black because of high sales. So says TK. Thus the name Black Friday. I always thought maybe it was like this sad, dreary thing, but that sounds so much better than what I thought it was. That is very impressive. Uh, so there you go. We all just learned a little bit of stuff. Hello, everybody. It's so good to see all of you. I know we have some new people here. Welcome. We're thrilled you're here with us. You're going to get a little bit of an idea of what Boss Kitty Live is. We're not going to work on any knitting, crochet, weaving, spinning, nothing like that. We're just going to show yarn off today. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to introduce all of our colorways, and I'll show off some combinations, and then the second half of the show usually, or the last quarter of the show, whatever you want to call it, we do combinations of things you guys want to see. You have to be patient because there's a lot of you in here and you're all going to be throwing different color combos at me, and I promise if you are persistent I will get to you. I promise. I'm not ignoring you. It's just there's a lot of chat that happens on. TK is right. Of course he is. Draka, don't tell him that. So that is a thing. But we'll show you all the colorways. We'll show you them all on different bases. We have almost everything in stock right now. It might not have crazy high numbers because you have to remember this is an end of the year sale. There are a few things that are out of stock because our patrons had 24-hour early access to the sale. That is one of their perks. And so they had first shot of what we had available. So if you don't see what you want, you're like, man, we do this sale twice a year. We do it for Black Friday, and when we do it in June, it used to be May, for our anniversary sale. So this will be the first anniversary for YouTube this coming June. We do the same type of sale. So just keep that in mind if to maybe be a patron next time if you don't find what you want. It's a hot commodity. Other than that, the show's going to go the way it normally does. We're still going to do We Love Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. I'm not going to do it at 9:15 though. I'm going to start at 9:30 because we're not doing show and tell tonight, or today rather. So in about half an hour, we'll do our first round of We Love Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Anything you win off that you won't be able to use today, such as free shipping or merch codes, just because we won't have time to get it to you. So just keep that in mind as well. I'm so excited, you guys. This is so much fun. Let's see here. Hello, Bistitual King. How are you? Hi, Brittany Michelle. Hello, everyone. Lillian Chan, Kimberly. Black Friday is a term that originated with retail workers. No one wants to work retail on this day. I remember working retail on this day. You know what's funny is that I was so excited because I thought I got out of retail work for this day, and well, here I am. But this is the best type of retail that I get to work. I get to show you guys pretty yarn. I get to hang out with some of my favorite people, the greatest community ever. Mwah. And yeah, it's lots of fun. If you're wondering, the sale is live officially over at bosskittyshop.com. Bosskittyshop.com. Everything is 25% off, other than clearly gift cards. That's not happening. And our merchandise. So the stickers and the buttons. Everything else is 25% off. You will be able, if you have a free shipping code, you'll be able to use that with the 25% off because it's across the board. If you have gift cards, you can use those as well. All of that is usable. So without further ado, I don't know why people say that. It sounds so douchey. I shouldn't say that. Let's go ahead and show some yarn off. Ta-da! You guys, I even got the fancy tabletop out for this. This is the tabletop we use when we take our pictures. So I thought it would be best to show off for you guys. You get your pokey braces wires sorted out. You sound great. Oh, Lillian, thank you. I did. It wasn't actually pokey brace or pokey wires. Apparently, I still have all my wisdom teeth too, and they put some brackets on one of my wisdom teeth back here, and so it's hitting my jawbone area. It's uncomfortable, but I'm getting used to it. So we're going to start with everybody. I'm not going to say everybody's favorite, but in winter and fall, it seems to be our best seller, and that is our undertones. They are all set with Brass Monkey, so that's the base for all of these, which is why they all go together really well. And I'll show Brass Monkey off too, obviously. And I'm going to show each color off, and I'm going to show it off in every base we have it in. So we're going to start with Balrog right here. Behold, Balrog. I have this available in 3 different bases. We have it available in our Cat's Cradle, which is what we've had the longest. This is our basic fingering weight. It is, like, I think it's 80%. I should know this by heart by now. Superwash merino and 20% nylon. It's somewhere around those lines. It's a nice sock yarn, basically. It's very, very soft. Balrog is such a pretty color. You get a lot of depth in this, even on the fingering weight base. It's right here. I'm going to show it off here in a second. But you can see that the tones that come through on the end. Man, my nail polish is wrecked today. Sorry, guys. And it's just this very rusty looking color, and I love it so much. This is my favorite orange. Ooh la la. I'm so excited too, Brittany. Let's see if my confetti works. Yes. You guys get confetti. There you go. That's my excitement right there. Oh, raw meals, thank you. I love this color too. It's the perfect, like, spicy pumpkin type color. And I don't mean pumpkin spice. I just mean spices and pumpkin and all that kind of stuff. It reminds me of autumn leaves. I love this on our BKDK weight. I love all of these on our BKDK weight because you just get so much tonal depth to this because it's a fatter yarn, right? It's just so beautiful. And then here it is on the kitty glitter, and it just shimmers. This is a really hot seller for us. I have a hard time keeping it in stock, to be honest. It looks like once again, it has that pumpkin vibe to it, but it almost looks like it's wet because of that sparkle on that. And I want you to think about something for a second. What you see on the camera right now, I mean, you can see that sparkle really well. I'm telling you that it is even more sparkly in person. There's no way for me to get that across unless you've been to a shop that carries our yarn, or if you've been to one of our trunk shows or pop-up shows. It is very soft as well, and it's got a slightly different ply than our other fingering weight. What is DK yarn? Kiara, what a great question. So this is fingering weight yarn, and this is fingering weight yarn. These are a lighter weight. So if you were looking at like Michael's or Joann's, I believe that these are, what, are they a 1 or a 2? I don't usually look at numbers. But these are lighter weight yarn. You would, this is like the baby fine stuff, right? So you would make, you could make baby stuff with, like, blankets and things. You could make socks. It's a very versatile yarn. You can really make anything out of it, but usually it's used for shawls and socks and gloves, things like that. Although I have made lightweight sweaters with it. BK weight yarn, or DK weight yarn rather, is 1 step lighter than a worsted weight, which is a number 4. So it's heavier than this for sure, but it's not quite as heavy as a worsted weight, which is your medium weight yarn. So this is probably my favorite weight because it's not too cool, but it's not too hot either. And it is incredibly versatile. You can make slipper socks with this. You can make scarves, cowls, sweaters. Amigurumi is great for this weight. There's a ton of stuff you can do with BK weight yarn, or DK weight yarn rather. So I told you that all of these are done with the Brass Monkey, and this is what Brass Monkey looks like right here. I don't have Brass Monkey available in kitty glitter. It's not something we've ever carried. I'm so glad you could make it today, Brianna, as well. And Lillian, thank you. I love my tattoos. They are a little scuffy right now because they're healing, so they've most of it is peeled off at this point. Some of it looks like there's not ink underneath it, but there is, I promise. That color is the best. Question, what is your favorite episode? I don't know, Samantha. I'd have to go back and check them. You've ordered your first kitty glitter. Oh my gosh, yay! So this is the base on all of these right here, which is why this works so well with all of these and why it works so, these all work so well together. None of these are available in mohair ball. We don't carry the undertones in mohair ball. Maybe someday we will, but we do carry Brass Monkey in mohair ball. So here's Brass Monkey in mohair. It might be one of my favorite of our mohair balls. It's just got so much going on it. You can see this is a silk and mohair blend, and you can see the really light section right here. That's the silk, and then you can see the darker stuff is the mohair. This works like a dream when you pair it up with any of our undertones. I mean, look at this. They just work so well together. There it is with with Clockwork as an example. So this gives a really nice halo of kind of this brassy vibe around whatever undertone you want to use it with. It works with other colors too, but this is really the one that I recommend for all of our undertones. I'm going to leave Brass Monkey off here to the side just so we can... Hi, Mittens. How are you? Oh, my God. Are you so excited about the show? Are you so excited about them? Oh, God. There's mohair everywhere. You want this one? What? The kitty glitter. You want the kitty glitter? There you go. Oh, it's so soft, isn't it? Which one's your favorite kitty glitter? You can't have it. You can't have it. You can't have it. It's for sale. Do you have the money for it? No. Give it. Give it. Ah. Rude, dude. Somebody's going to buy that. You going to send them the sorry letter that you stole their yarn? I know. I know. I know. Which one's your favorite? This one right here. Oh, you and TK both. That's his favorite too. It's a good one. We'll show that one off next. How does that sound? Okay. Let's say bye to Balrog. And we'll go ahead and show off Larkspur. Hello, hello. Hi, Corey. Just put in an order, already eager for the new project, Miriam. I'm so excited. It's worth seeing that in person. It is. It's so soft too, you guys. It's some of the softest mohair out there. I'm not just tooting my own horn. Like I'm a princess with my skin. I don't like scratchy yarns. Okay, so here's Larkspur. Larkspur is probably one of our most popular colors. It is one of our most popular colors. It is kind of a bluish green with a gold undertone to it, or that brass undertone to it, rather. You can see how much, once again, how much depth you get in it. So this is in our fingering weight yarn, our Cat's Cradle. Really beautiful. This is what it looks like in our BKDK weight. And tonally, I mean, it's the same. Now, I will let you know, and this goes across the board. These are all hand-dyed yarns. If you are buying in large quantities for like a cardigan or a blanket, I cannot guarantee you the same dye lot for your stuff because it's whatever we have in stock, right? So be prepared for the potential that you will want to alternate skeins at some point in time. Normally, I try really hard to get you guys the same dye lot for orders, and I will still attempt to do that. But I can't guarantee it. So, and this is what it looks like in Kitty Glitter. It looks like an oil. Well, this and Clockwork both look like an oil slick, and I'm so in love with them. This might be my favorite blue, honestly, and it's just so elegant looking. Once again, this looks really great with Brass Monkey because it is that base right there. You're knitting a sweater out of that blue right now. Indigo, oh my heart, that makes me so happy. And then, of course, if you were to put this with the mohair ball, it would just glow, which is lovely. And what the mohair will do is it'll kind of look like the primary color, and then you'll have this core of whatever colorway you put underneath it. It's like another color since the new camera, isn't it, Melanie? I love our. It's not just the camera. TK found this equipment that does true color for us, and it's the best thing we've ever purchased for the show. I'm so happy he found it. That's what I enjoy about hand-dyed is that the range of colors in between. Raw meals, thank you. That's what I enjoy about it too. Okay, we're going to show off Forest Park next. So here is Forest Park. We have 2 greens that we carry. We used to carry 3. This one, which is our very deep tone green, and then we have a bright ass green that we carry. There's no in between. There used to be, but we had to rotate it out for a little bit. So once again, here it is in fingering weight, and this one has a huge range. The undertones do in general, because you're going to get a lot of brass in some of these, and some of these are going to be a little more dark like this one is. There's some brass right here that you can kind of see, right? But the depth for this one really comes through on the BKDK. And you can see right there, like you get that pop of the brassiness from underneath. Forest Park is it's a state park in Oregon. It is the largest national state. It's the largest state park within a city limit, I think, in the U.S. for sure. Or maybe it's just on the West Coast. I don't know. TK always has to remind me of that one. I've never actually been to Forest Park. Always wanted to go. There's a really old building out there that's called the Witch's House. It's like an old outhouse from the 50s, honestly. But still, it's really cool looking. Anyway, this color is also a favorite of people's. It's one of my favorite greens, honestly. And then when you see it in Kitty Glitter, isn't that amazing? It looks like a wet forest. Like I'm in a fairy forest. That's what it reminds me of. And you can see there's just so much going on here, you guys. You've got that glitter going on. You've got those brassy tones that come through. It's all there. It's all beautiful. It goes really well, once again, with the brass monkey. It also goes really, really, really well with Walrog because you're pumpkin colors, right? You've been there. It's really pretty. Kira, one of these days I'm going to go for a hike there. I just haven't had time. Already known by everyone, but what are Mitten's pronouns? Mitten's pronouns are they and them. Also, sometimes, and I get it mixed up sometimes, though. Sometimes I go with he. He does, see? They don't seem to be very upset about that. I think that's their secondary pronouns. I'm not sure, though. I'd have to ask. It depends on the day, quite frankly. Mittens is all over the place. They are just fabulous. Okay, I think it's they and them. I'll have to ask. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so here's Bruiser. This is the next colorway we're showing off. Bruiser just got changed recently. We're using a different purple for it, and I could not be happier with it, honestly. So we're going to start with this one right here, which is once again the Cat's Cradle. You can see it's got this rich purple tone on it. This colorway does not generally sell very well in the shop because you can't truly do it justice. The new camera and the lights and the thing that TK got for our coloring really helps out a lot. You can see a lot of that purple tone coming through, and then some of this goldish brown right here. But man, when you see this in natural light, it literally glows. It's so amazing. Bruiser is the best color. Largest old growth forest within a city limit in North America. There we go. And then here it is. This tells you how much different it can be in different bases, right? This is what it looks like in BKDK, and it does vary. So this almost looks like it's speckled. It just broke. That's the way that the purple broke on top of the brass monkey this time around. And it's so cool looking. You just have so much going on with this. Like there's so much purple just on the top of this. This color was made for my brother. His favorite color is the color of a bruise. And so I spent 4 or 5 years trying to perfect that, and we finally got it down. And then here it is in Kitty Glitter. This is another one of our best sellers for Kitty Glitter that I can't seem to keep in the shop. So get it while you can. It's so stunning, you guys. One of these days, I'm going to make something really beautiful out of this. Yes, yes, yes. Smith's absolutely right. Please make sure you hit that like button. If you are new to Boss Kitty, welcome. We're so thrilled to have you here.
Thank you for being a friend.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button, too. That's the only way you're going to be able to chat it up with us. It's the only way you'll be eligible for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. And it's the only way that you'll be able to tell me later on which combos you want to see. Oh, we already did Larkspur. Let's get that out of here. Okay, so next we're going to do Victoria. This is one of our reds. We technically carry 3 reds right now, kind of 4. Rockadoodle is being retired, though, so if you buy that today, that's the last of what we've got. We'll be bringing in a different kind of 1950s pinup red later on in 2023. It's so weird to say that. Victoria is a very Victorian color. That's why we call it what we do. It's kind of a burgundy red, but not full on purple burgundy, you know? It's got more of that brownish tone to it because of the brass monkey. This is actually made with 4 different colors, by the way. And so it does tend to vary a little bit. But you can see, even on the Cat's Cradle, you get that depth in there. It's really beautiful. How are your braces doing today? Samantha, my braces are great. I get a little bit of sore spots every now and then. Yesterday was interesting. Trying to eat dinner was interesting, but I got through it. Here it is on BKDK. Once again, you really, really get so much extra. It looks like velvet. I will say this. This is one of those colors that just looks like velvet on BKDK. And it feels like velvet. It's so soft and squishy, you guys. And then here it is on our Kitty Glitter. It's just such a beautiful, elegant color. I don't know how else to put it. It's very regal. It's very elegant. You add this to anything and it's going to dress it up. This color looks really, really good with just about anything. I mean, it's going to look really great, obviously, with Forest Park. It's going to look really great with, if you want something a little more muted, you can put it with Bruiser. I think those two are beautiful together. I mean, it's going to look great with Larkspur. All of those things, obviously. But my favorite is actually, because this is really muted, but it's beautiful, is with Tea Time. I think these look so good together for a nice muted, calm tone. Although we don't carry Tea Time and Kitty Glitter, so it would be these two here. Yeah, TK just wants me to remind all the new people this is not what our normal show is. This is like YSN, so Yarn Shopping Network channel today. And that's because it's Black Friday and everything in the store is 25% off right now, except for buttons and stickers. Normally we knit, we spin, we crochet, we bitch, you know, whatever. And that's on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. We will be back to our normal show on this coming Monday, so make sure you check it out. It's a lot of fun. We're doing a make along right now. And we don't usually push our wares like this, but we're doing Black Friday. We just wanted to show everything off to you guys. No, I didn't. I said it was going to be at 9:30 because of how we're doing the show. Poor TK. He's sitting here eating breakfast. He's like, you blew past the first round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. I'm like, no, I didn't. So we are sold out currently of Clockwork in BKDK. Thank you, patrons. But I do still have it available in Cat's Cradle. So here's the fingering weight base right here. You guys can see this. This is also one of my favorite colors. You get grays and you get blues in here. And you get greens and you get that brass color. When I say oil slick, this is the one that reminds me of that. Especially when you see it in kitty glitter. The green and red together, right, Melanie? Wait till you see Princess of Mars with Forest Park. It's so good. It's very Christmassy. This color is stunning. It is even more stunning in person and in the sunlight because it once again, it glows. It looks like old rusted metal, which is why it's called Clockwork. This color looks great with so many things. One of my favorites, once again, is with Tea Time. Tea Time's a great secondary color for things. So those look really good together. I know a lot of people that will put this together with Brass Monkey right there. But it also goes really well with other colorways that we have as well that I will show off later. So just keep that in mind. And then finally for our undertones, we do have Tea Time of the Soul. And I do not have Tea Time in kitty glitter. It's not one that we carry in that, although we might in the future. And this has got that brass monkey on top, but then it's kind of got a rose pink over it. And it looks like dried rose petals, which is why it's called what it's called. Does this count for the November giveaway? Yes, if you were to comment on this show, it would count for the November giveaway. So all of our subscribers are eligible for our November giveaway, or our monthly giveaway, subscriber giveaway, which is a $30 gift card to bosskittyshop.com. All you have to do is be a subscriber in the month of November, and you need to comment on one of our VODs that we drop in November. This one would be included in that, so yeah. The pinks in this they're just so delicate and so pretty. So that's in BKDK right here. Why aren't you going back into focus? There we go. That's in BKDK, and then this is in Cat's Cradle. We, my loves, are going to move on to some speckles, I think, because the speckles, I don't have as many of the speckles, so I can get those out of the way real quickly. So once again, I did this the same way. Whenever I have it that I carry that base in, that's what I'm showing off. None of our speckles, we don't carry any of our speckles in mohair or kitty glitter. So the only thing you'll see in here is Cat's Cradle and BKDK. And I need some freaking coffee. Hold on. Knit and Craft, isn't it gorgeous? It's not just your phone. It's really hard to get the depth of these in pictures sometimes. Oh, you know what I didn't grab? I didn't grab any of the mohair. Mittens can help me with that later, other than what we had out. Anyway, so this is Fairy Farts. This is one of our best sellers as far as speckles go. It's got pink. Technically, the base for this is just white, and then it's got pink, blue, and yellow on it, and that turns into so many different colors. You get greens and purples and blues and pinks, and I mean, it's all over the all over the rainbow, and it's such a great color. It's so much fun. It looks like confetti. This is what it looks like in BKDK, and it does look you have to remember, different dye lots, they change. So, because it's speckled, so it's freehand, right? So this one has more yellow and pink in it, as an example, and this is on Cat's Cradle. And really, these can be used for so many things. I'm doing a fade in speckles right now. You can do cowls. They're great for socks. They're great for, so I have, they're great for socks. They're great for, even sweaters, honestly. Like I said, there's nothing you can't do with speckled yarn. It's great for background colorway if you want a little pop in that. People are afraid of speckles sometimes, and I don't feel like they should be. Like, try them out. They're a lot of fun, and this is the perfect time to try them because they're 25% off. Mittens, I mean, this is very helpful, but you did help, buddy. You helped a lot. Thank you, but here's the problem. I have some of these colors. I have, oh, I don't have this one out. I have this one. I have this one. I have this one, but I still need, I think that's it. I think you did everything else. Good job, bud. Thank you. We're gonna take these labels off though. We'll show these off later. Somebody is on it today. Since I have it down anyway, convenient. Speckles work really great with mohair ball. Like they were made for each other. So as an example, Fairy Farts here would look great with bath yellow. This is going to give this a huge pop. So you'll have that confetti underneath it, and then you'll have this glow of neon yellow on top, and it's crazy awesome sexy. I don't know how to tell you how amazing it is. Thank you, Lori. Oh, Kiara, thank you. Hi, Jessie. Depends on what you're going for. If you want just 2 tones of green and purple, go Nurple and Ecto. If you want bright, go Echo and Cynthia's. Yes, would Ectoplasm look better with Nurple or Cynthia's Lunchbox? I agree with Jessie. It's going to look good with either one. It's just how bright and you want it to be. And I'll show both of those off together here in just one sec. So this will tone it down just a little bit with Sassy Pants, although it's still going to be bright and very electric. We'll put these off to the side. And then I've got, we don't carry Pokazard in anything other than DK weight right now. This might be one we rotate out for a little bit. I think people are afraid of the orange and yellow, but I think this color is so much fun. It's great in the summertime. It's kind of on a cream, it's not really on a cream base, but it becomes a cream base. It's got yellows in it, it's got reds, it's got orange. It is like fiery speckle fun, and I wish more people tried this out because when people do try this color, they adore it. And this is a lot of fun with, like I said, you can put it, I think these two are probably, no, actually that works out really well. You can brighten it up with something like this, or you can tone it down with Brass Monkey, which will also work really well. Whoopsie, I just dropped something. Okay, so on to the next speckle. I want to go with the one that would give off Beetlejuice vibes, and that's 100% going to be Cynthia's Lunchbox and Ectoplasm. That's my guess. That's what I think at least. All the yarn. It's blowing my screen into the next dimension. Yeah, Lillian, those 2 colors. So we used to carry Sassy Pants in fingering weight as well, but it's so hard to photograph, we stopped carrying it. And same with Bath Yellow. It's the only reason we don't carry it. It's the only, we only carry it in the mohair because it's just too hard to photograph. Let me see if I can make this work. So this is technically UV light reflective. You can't see it. It's not going to work on the screen. This one is UV light reflective. The Fairy Farts is as well. It glows, like parts of it glow. But they don't show up very well on the video screen. So we have to figure out a way to do that. This is called As You Wish. It's probably one of our most florally colors, I guess I would say. This one in Havisham. It's got a white base. It comes on BKDK and Cat's Cradle, and then it's got this lovely kind of purplish red on it. Same color we use for Murder Mittens, which we'll show here in a little bit. And then this lovely moss green, and they just break, and they're so beautiful. You get blues in there, you get yellows, you get greens. It looks like a beautiful field with wildflowers in it, which is why it's called As You Wish, because it makes me think of the field. I mean, there weren't a lot of flowers that Wesley falls down when he Princess Buttercup pushes him down it, and he's all, as you wish. So this is our Princess Bride colorway. This is really popular in the springtime. It goes really, really well with Murder Mittens, and I'll show that off here to pair them up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It also goes really well with Forest Park, honestly. It's not the same color, but they do go well together, as you can see. Like, these work so well together because those greens really complement each other. And it gives it more of that that hillside look. So they're very romantic colors. You know what I mean? Thank you, Stacy. How are you? You thought the opposite? Oh, fair enough. We'll show them both off and we can see what everybody thinks for sure. You guys, this is the very last moment for people to chat it up before our first round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Literally, oh, you know what? We're out of time. We got to do it right now. It's time for Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. I do have my tarot cards. I've got my dad jokes. Got everything. We're good to go. The only thing I don't have is my brain. Okay, so you guys know how this works, and we're going to see if these work right now. They are not. My buttons are not working, so I have to find my keyboard. One moment, my loves. Okay. Romantic yarn, right? It's very dramatic romantic yarn. I can't help myself. It's what I am. So there's the boring legal stuff. And then here is, why are you not working suddenly? There we go. Our winner. Our first winner for the night or morning. I gotta remember it's not nighttime. Is gimme. It's Samantha Stewart. Samantha, let me make sure that you are still eligible because I know you won just a little bit ago. So you are in fact eligible. It looks like your eligibility came back up on the 23rd. Congratulations, Samantha. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. So we are going to head right over to the wheel. There it is. Hello, wheel. For those of you who are new, we do this about 3 or 4 times during each show. And there's some good stuff and bad stuff on here. We've got Blinky rolls. We've got Ravelry patterns for $5 or $10. Merch codes will get you free buttons and stickers. Adject animal sounds, dad jokes, yarn tarot, free shipping. Free shipping, both international and domestic, and I think that's everything on there. Of course, there's game over as well, but we don't talk about that. Okay, here we go, Samantha. Let's find out what it's going to be. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's a Blinky roll. Congratulations. How convenient.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
That I happen to have Blinky right here. So, Samantha, I'm going to roll this right here in 1 second here. Okay, wheel. I'll see you later. We'll see you in about half an hour.
Goodbye.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to roll this D20 here. If you win your, if I get a natural 20, you will win some free yarn. Now, normally I have yarn out for you to see that you might win, but because we've got the show, we've got the whole sale going on right now, this is the yarn that's available. You see the yarn behind me out over here? I will pick one of these skeins over here if you win, and I will send that to you. Shipping and handling is on us as well. So those are our throwback skeins. They are one of a kind, and they usually go into grab bags. There's some really cool colorways back there. We'll grab one of those and we'll send it to you if you get a natural 20. But first, before I do that, because I always forget that I have it. There it is, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay. He's so cute. I love it. Okay, so we're going to roll this bad boy, and if it's a natural 20, Samantha, you get some free yarn. That is a 4. It is, I mean, if you times it by a bunch, then it becomes a 20, but it is not a 20. I can see the 20 over here. He's right here being a jerk. Unfortunately, though, Samantha.
Game over.
That is a game over. The plus side is that means that you will be eligible to play again on Monday. So that's always good. In the meantime, thank you so much for playing. We really appreciate all of your support as a subscriber. Okay, let's get back to it, my loves. So we'll do that again in about half an hour at 10 o'clock. So we just did those. We just looked at this one right here. We're going to head on over to Buttons and Bravery. There is so much mohair in my face right now. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so this is Buttons and Bravery right here. This colorway actually was part of our very first box set we ever did, which was Critical Role inspired. So if you watch Critical Role, this was the our Mighty 9 set. I think it was called the Wild Mount set. And this was our color for Not the Brave / Veth. So it was such a popular color, and we didn't have a lot of green speckledy colors that I kept it. I absolutely love this color. I love that it's on this gray tone. It's got this pop of green. Once again, this is UV light reflective as well. There are 3 different greens in here. There's some black speckles as well. It's a really gritty color, and that's what I think I love so much about it. I've made a fair amount of stuff out of this. I've made a sweater for my mother out of this. It's beautiful. I made a shawl out of this. I'm using this in my sweater right now. I love it so much. It's got so much variation going on in it. And this green splits so nicely, so you get a little pop of orange and yellow too. You were going to get that one if you didn't find Laura Palmer. It is so pretty. And this and Laura Palmer actually go pretty well together because you get that kind of purple and that green together, which are complementary colors. So there it is on the BKDK, and this is what it looks like on the Cat's Cradle. And as you can see, different skeins of yarn have different amounts of Speckles especially, they are all unique skeins, even in dye lots that are the same. Like this one has a little more of that primary green in it. This one has a little more of the bright yellowy green in it. It just depends on what skein you get. Honestly, it's kind of a roll of the dice. This looks so good with Mithril is a great one for mohair if you want to put with it. And it gives it it tones it down a little bit and brings out the base. If you wanted to get really wild, you could put Bath Yellow with this. It would work really well, actually. But my favorite with this, and we haven't shown this off yet, is Ectoplasm. I think when you put this together with Ectoplasm, it's just magical. It brings out that yellowy green. It makes the black pop really well as well. It's just, they're such a fun combo, these two are. And the other thing this goes really well with are purples. Clearly, obviously, right? So like, here it is with Bruiser as an example. So those two look really good together. Oh my gosh, my nose. And then it also looks really good with Nurple. Because greens and purples just go together really, really well. Okay, so let's go and put this one back. We're almost through our speckles. We don't have a ton of speckles these days. Oh my gosh, one person has purchased all of our Laura Palmer. Every single drop of it. That doesn't mean we won't show it off. This is Blueberry Blender right here. This always kind of reminds me of like that blue and white china you can get. This was originally called Smurf Soup, but I can't use Smurf in any of my names. And we couldn't come up with another Smurf reference that doesn't have the name Smurf in it because the people who created the Smurfs were really smart about it and they decided to just, you know, make sure that copywritten freaking word is in everything. So here we are. I love Ectoplasm too. It is an awesome color combo, isn't it? You found Laura Palmer in sock weight. Excellent. Okay, so here's Blueberry Blender. Fine china, right, in yarn form. It's got two different blues in there. It's a really fun, soft color. This is another one that is like usually hit or miss for people. It's just so simple. It's a great starter for speckles. So if you're kind of unsure of what speckles are like or if you're going to enjoy them or not, this is a great place to start. It's fairly safe. You've got a basic white base. It's just a few tonal blues, so you're not going crazy with a whole palette of colorways. It's just blues. I think this is the only speckle that we do that way where it's only got one color type on it, if that makes any sense. Because even Buttons and Bravery, nope, even Buttons and Bravery has that black in there, which makes it a little more nuts. So this is a great starter for speckles. I guarantee you though, once you start with speckles, you're never going to want to, you're just going to play with speckles. They're so much fun. This looks really great with timey-wimey for mohair, obviously, right? And that will kind of brighten it up a little bit. It will make it a little darker because you won't see as much of the white. But you can, you know, because there's only one color in here or two colors, but the same color, you can really put almost anything with this that goes well with blue. So like Ectoplasm looks really good with this. And I'm just showing off the mohairs right now when I give these examples. Sassy Pants looks really great with this because blue and pink look good together. Bath Yellow looks really great with this because blue and yellow look good together. Blue is such a versatile color, so the fact that it's the only color that's in here makes this a very, very easy color to combine with other solids. Technically, you could even put it with other speckles. I have a fade that I'm doing, but like you go from blue to blue, which is nice. That works really well. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of different options you can do with Blueberry Blender. It's a very versatile speckled yarn, which is why I'm always surprised that it's not a bigger seller for us. No, Ecto is gone. Oh no, Elle, we'll have more in stock. I promise. I promise you guys, we will get more in stock. Because you know what happens when we do a sale like this? I go and I buy more yarn. I just dye more yarn. It's a never-ending cycle. I know it won't be on sale necessarily, but you will have been able to see it with what you want to see it with, which makes you more sure of what you want to, you know, of purchasing it. So keep that in mind. And we do always do the sale again, like I said, in June as well. And if you have a colorway that you're like, I need this colorway, I know I need it, I'm going to buy a bunch of it during their sale, make sure you are a patron because they do get 24-hour early access. This is Final Frontier. I love this color. This is TK's least favorite color. We started this color up for Cozy in Eugene, Oregon when we did a Star Trek themed trunk show there. And of the Star Trek themed colorways we did, this is the one we kept. This color sells like hotcakes, if hotcakes sell well. I don't know. I don't actually like hotcakes very much. It has a gray base, a very soft, light gray base, and then it's got kind of a spearmint green. You've got that Cynthia's Lunchbox, and you've got timey-wimey in there. If I live in Salem, could I just bring you some coffee and pick up my yarn rather than shipping? Hold on one second, Indigo. I'll let them know. Indigo, if you contact TK in Discord or if you email us at info@bosskittyshop.com, we will refund you your shipping, and yes, we'll figure that out. We do that for a few locals here as well. TK doesn't have a code to give you right now, but he will have a code for you in the future if that's how you want to do pickups. You can also just leave a name and email address in the order and say this is Indigo, and we will contact you as well if that works as well. But we'll refund you your shipping and handling, no problem for that. So in other words, yes, we can have coffee, and I mean, you don't have to buy me coffee, but we can get you your yarn, no problem. We do that for the cats too. This is your second favorite color. I love it, Bubbles. Okay, so yeah, this colorway is so much fun. I have not made any. Oh, actually, my sweater I'm working on has this color in it. I'm really excited to get to use all those speckles. But this color does not stay on the shelf very long. It's so much fun. I know a lot of people make baby clothes with this because it can go both ways. You can go boys' clothes or girls' clothes. I mean, you can do that with anything, really. Screw people who say you can't. But it's got purples, blues, and greens in it. If I was going to do a kitty glitter color on speckles, this would be one of my first ones to do, just because it's a universe color and I think it would look really cool in kitty glitter. But that's just me. Anyway, this color is a lot of fun. It looks great when you pair it with Cynthia's Lunchbox. So here it is with mohair for Cynthia's Lunchbox. It looks great technically with ectoplasm, even though that's a different type of green. It really works together. Once again, you can do sassy pants. You can do bath yellow, although it's not really my favorite. The other thing you can do with this one, I have two others to show you, is you've got that mithril. Mithril works really well with any of our gray bases. And then also, and I haven't shown this one off, Widow Flower works really well for this. Even though Widow Flower is not in here, because of that purple and that gray, it just brings the tones together. Widow Flower is one of my favorite mohair ball colors. It's so versatile and it works with so many different things, and we'll look over this later, but they work really well together. If you wanted a solid, I would say go ahead and go with Packy or Soot or Mithril. You could do Timey Wimey. Looks really good with this because it's in there. Cynthia's Lunchbox looks great with it. So I mean, you do have some options for sure. And there you go. That kind of gives you an idea. Stick with those blue tones, right? You could go green, but I don't have a green that really matches this very well, so none of our greens are really going to look super great with it. They don't look terrible, but really I think these work better. You could do Nurple with this too, and it would look really good. Look at me sitting here making a mess. Okay, so we just have a few more of the speckles. Here's Rupert. You can see that Rupert changes. It varies. This is some old Rupert. I don't have a lot of BKDK Rupert available at the moment. This is some older school Rupert with our original, with the original base that we used. And BKDK, this is what new Rupert looks like. It's much cooler. I actually like it better. They changed their dye color that they use, and so I had to alter things around a little bit, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. So this is old school and going out. There's a few skeins of that left. It's got more of a yellow tone to it, and then this is what new Rupert looks like, and it's called Rupert for Rupert Giles from Buffy because it looks like tweed. I think it looks like tweed, and I love these color. I love this color with all of our undertones. It's so charming. Like, check this. If you put these two together, look at that. It's so good. Because this brown, all I have on here are two colors of brown, and they just split so nicely. But you're a big Doctor Who fan. Crochet, I am too. Are you excited about the upcoming like 3-part special they're gonna do? I finally watched all of the Jodie Whittaker stuff, and I love her. I think she was great. I just think that she was given a huge disservice with the writing. It looks good with Larkspur. I have a sweater. I've used it with Victoria. I mean, this is going to look great with any of your undertones. It's going to look great with anything that kind of has a creamy vibe to it or a brown tonal vibe to it. So, you know, Balrog, it looks wonderful with. But you could also do it with Tales from St. Olaf as an example. Or, let's see here. Princess of Mars. That's super sexy together. So that'll work with just about anything. You want those warmer tones with this though, instead of the cooler. So I wouldn't go with the silvers or the purples, like the light purples, right? Like this purple works well because it's got that brass monkey underneath it. Okay, so let's put this one off to the side and we're gonna get out some Havisham. I promise we're almost through all these. Here is Havisham. It's absolutely beautiful and lovely. This is very much like As You Wish. So you've got, instead of a purple or a red and a green, you've got more of a purple and a green, like a true purple. It's got nurple basically on it. And nurple really splits. So you get a ton of different colorways that go with, or colors in that one color. And then of course that green that splits so nicely. This color is once again a very romantic color. Tends to be a bestseller in shops when we do wholesales. It's great for spring. People love this color in the spring. It goes really well with Forest Park, but it also goes incredibly well with Nurple. Go figure, because that's what's in it. So, I mean, check these out together. They're just lovely. But you can also, if you wanted to lighten it up, you can certainly go the route of Widow Flower, which it's a different purple technically, but it works. It's the same tone of purple, right? So this will go, definitely goes the cool route, or you can kind of go the warm route because of the green, sort of. Let me see here for a second. So like as an example, I think, yeah, these two will work really well together as well. It's an odd combination, but they do work together. Has a silver base. It does not have a silver base. It's a white base, but the purple on it makes it look like it almost has a silver base. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, she did pair hers with Tea Time, and it's gorgeous, Jessie. You wish you could have them all. Michaela, someday you can, though, right? Slowly but surely. Okay, so we're going to put this one back. Let's get into something fun. This is one of my favorite colorways, and people don't buy it very often. They're terrified of it. We only carry it in BKDK. I wish the whole world had one skein of this. Just one. I think that's all you would need to fall in love with it. This is called Henson and Oz. It used to be called Muppet Love. It is my Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog color. It is basically Sassy Pants and Ectoplasm if they had a baby together. It is on a white base, and it's pinks and greens, and I'm not a pink fan usually, but this color, it's just so happy, you guys. It's so much fun. It's so happy. It's bright, it is daring, it is outside of the box, and people really are. They're afraid to make stuff with it. And I don't think you should be. Start with something small, right? Do a cowl out of it. Do a hat out of it. Just make such a fun hat. It just looks like bright roses or something. It's so much fun. I did make a shirt out of this, kind of like a sweater for myself, but it didn't fit right, so I ended up giving it away. But still. Clearly, obviously, this goes really well with Ectoplasm. Like, they were made for each other, so you could do an Ectoplasm mohair on top of this and kind of give it more of the green vibe, or you can do Sassy Pants on it, or you can like just blow everybody's mind and do Bath Yellow. All of these colors work really well together in this sense, in this capacity. In fact, I think this is a great color combo right here, especially like if you're doing where you're not necessarily holding the mohair with something. Like I just think this works really well together. Anyway, so this is such an underrated color. Like, people just, I think they shy away, and you shouldn't. You should embrace it and love it. And this is the perfect time to try it because it's only 25%, or because it's 25% off. Wow, BK, words. You guys have 10 minutes, by the way. 10 whole minutes until our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button, too, just because you're so sweet. And chat it up with us. You love it with the Ectoplasm and the Bath Yellow. In case anybody's wondering, the Bath Yellow is BAF Yellow, and it stands for Bright as Fuck Yellow. So Now you know. Um, it makes me giggle every time I think about it. Okay, I think we have 2 more to go. As far as the speckles go, this is Sigmund. It is also an underrated color that people kind of shy away from. So it is just as bright as Henson and Oz is, except for it's bright in our blues and our greens. This is one of TK's colorways that he named for Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, I think is what it's for. But it's got so much going on. You've got kind of a creamy base, which kind of happens naturally. And then you've got 2 or 3 different blues in there, and then once again you have that ectoplasm. So of course it's going to go really well with us. These are so good together. Also, again, Bath Yellow works really well. Surprisingly though, Widowflower and Sigmund are absolutely gorgeous together. I don't know why this is a surprise to me, because this is kind of our lighter green that we carry, and this is our lighter purple, and they're so beautiful. They look like they were made for each other. And I think people overlook this. They don't realize that, but they really are. They look so good. So if you're doing kind of block work, these 2 will look really well together, or if you want to put a mohair with it, this will kind of soften it up a little bit. So that is Sigmund. And then last but not least, and I don't have any of the BKDK available right now because it's drying, but here is Laura Palmer. Laura Palmer is also one of our very most popular colorways. It's the one colorway in my whole selection of yarn that I have said screw to, screw to copyright infringement. I don't know if the name Laura Palmer is a copyright infringement issue, but I can't name it anything else. It's the perfect name because it does look like dead person skin. I adore this colorway. I adore when sweet little old ladies come up to me and they go, "Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Who's Laura Palmer?" And I go, "It's just a girl. Don't worry about it." It's just a girl it reminded me of. This is our salute to Twin Peaks. I would love to do a Twin Peaks box set someday. Oh, maybe just a... Sorry, my brain is racing now, so I'm thinking box sets. Maybe not a Twin Peaks one. Maybe just a Lynch box set. We'll figure it out. Anyway, it's got a gray base. You've got purples on here and reds in here. And when I first made this, I showed it to TK and I was like, "What do you think this looks like?" He's like, "I think it looks like a dead person." And I was like, "Oh, we should name it Laura Palmer." And he's like, yes, we should. So here we are. It's a girl full of dark secrets. Can you see it with soot? Brittany, absolutely you can. We can do that real quickly. So here is Laura Palmer with soot right there. Or if you've got soot, I don't have any DK to show, but here it is, the soot DK, because the soot DK tends to be a little bit darker. They work really well together. It's like a charcoal almost. So they look really great together. It really makes the Laura Palmer pop, which is hard to do with this colorway sometimes. Clearly, they're also going to look really good with Princess of Mars. Those 2 are together. They're very elegant together, I think. Or it looks great with Nurple, because that's one of the colors that's in it. And you can see it gives it different tones. Like this really warms it up, right? And this really cools it down. It's just amazing how that works. And this is kind of more of a neutral. You did make a great choice, Brittany. I agree. Okay, so let's put that off the side. So those are our speckles, and we can go back over those if you guys want to see some color combos. But I'm going to go into our solids because we got a lot of those. And then once we're finished with that, we'll go ahead and head into, can you show me these and can you show me those? So here's Princess of Mars. This is my favorite red that we carry. It is a blue red. It is the best blue red I've ever been able to make, and I think it's one of the best out there. But I'm not humble or anything. No problem, Indigo. How many yards is in a skein of DK? That's a great question. So all of these are 4 ounces or close to 4 ounces. This has, I have 6 minutes, something like that. This is BKDK. It is 230 yards. The Cat's Cradle is 460 yards. And the Kitty Glitter, which is also a fingering weight, is 430. So Kitty Glitter is a slightly larger fingering weight than Cat's Cradle is. But not much. So here it is in Cat's Cradle. It's just such a lovely, true red, right? It's my favorite in BKDK. It just, once again, looks like velvet. And then here it is in Kitty Glitter. I love this colorway in Kitty Glitter. I will say this, because we use a silver stellina, it kind of gives it a, it cools the color down a little bit because you get that silvery sheen over the top of it, which I think is perfectly fine. It just glistens. It's so beautiful. How much would you need for a cowl? Michaela, that's a great question. It really depends on the cowl you get. I would say anywhere between 1 to 2 skeins of yarn. If you're making a larger one, you're going to want 2 skeins, but you certainly can do a cowl out of just 1 skein, especially out of the fingering weight. This colorway is so versatile. It goes with so many different things. There's a lot of undertones that you can put it with, right? Like, check these two out together. Super sexy. It looks great with larkspur. My favorite as far as undertones go is Princess of Mars and Forest Park. You guys were talking about Christmas colors. I feel like this is like your ultimate Christmas colors without being really bright and Santa-y, right? Like you've got this really deep, almost berry purple or red rather, and then your foresty park. It almost looks kind of like holly berries and holly leaves. I love these two colors together. If I was going to make myself new stockings, a new stocking, this is what I would make it out of probably. But then you can go down, I mean, you can go the gambit. Like, it looks really great with Buttons and Bravery. These two are so good together. Like the perfect Xmas red. Exactly. In fact, it's almost like a poinsettia red, but a little bit darker. This looks really great with Brass Monkey. Like, if we were to put these together, check that out. It's just so beautiful. And then if you wanted to go a little more yellow, you can certainly bring in Tales from St. Olaf. And these are actually our Ravenclaw colors. Our Raven. So when we did our Harry and Potter inspired sorting scarf kits, these were the two colors that we did for our Ravenclaw, or not Ravenclaw. I'm sorry, Gryffindor color, our Gryffindor colors. That's what I meant to say. My brain is very tired, you guys. I've been up since 5 a.m. It's been a long few days. You guys knew what I meant. It looks like a Victorian Christmas. Exactly. Oh, you know what? I need to swap you out. Just 1 second here. See if I can get this turned on. There we go. Oh. Sorry about that, loves. Perfect. 50 points off. So this red, it goes with so many things. There's not a lot that it won't go with. Coraline is a great color for these two. This is very classic blue and red together. And this is the only base that we do Coraline on, by the way. So yeah, there's our Princess of Mars. Let's see. Actually, let's go into Tales from St. Olaf since it happens to be sitting right here. So this is kind of our true gold. And we carry it on 3 different colorways. We've got your kitty glitter right here. What colors would be good for Hufflepuff and Slytherin? So for Hufflepuff, I do Soot and Leopold. And for Slytherin, these is what we call them, sorry. We do I'll Get You My Pretty, which we don't carry right now, but if you wanted a custom amount, I could definitely do that. And Mithril. Those are the 2 that I would do for that. So this is this was done in our Stay Golden box set. This was our Rose and Island inspired colorway because it was just sunshine gold. It's beautiful on the kitty glitter, but my favorite is on the BKDK. It's just such a wonderfully warm yarn, you guys. It's a great kind of mustard color. It works really well with Princess of Mars. It works really well with Soot. Oh my gosh, it looks so good with Soot. Check those 2 out together. So good. It works really well with Balrog. I mean, you can go the gambit with this. And here it is with Forest Park. I mean, look at those. Those right there are just gorgeous. This is what happens. I end up making a mess. So yeah, I mean, across the board with these. You guys have 1 minute, by the way, for our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Okay. I love this. Uh-oh, TK has an emergency thing. What's up? For Indigo.
Please refresh your cart. It should work now.
He says, please refresh your cart. It should work now, Indigo. And that we're very sorry that you're having issues.
We had an exclusion in our 25.
Oh, we had...
For anything marked button. So she was trying to add buttons to bravery.
Oh, no! Okay, we had an exclusion for anything named button. And so it has buttons and bravery in it. He's fixed it. It should work now. I'm so sorry about that. Now I owe you coffee. Brianna, thank you. I like him too. She says, they say it fixed it. I'm going to have to get glitter yarn next time. I love the sparkle. Thank you. I love the sparkle too. We just started. This is the first Black Friday sale where we have offered the kitty glitter because we just released our kitty glitter last year. And it was not available for Black Friday at that point. Okay, so this is our other yellow. This is Leopold. We used to carry an electric lemon too, but this one is a little softer. This colorway is almost like a butter. And in fact, that's why it's called Leopold. If anybody watches South Park, Butters, the character Butters, his real name is Leopold. Thus the name of this yarn. This is what we used for our Hufflepuff color. Like I said, it goes really, really, really well with soot. I am not a Hufflepuff. I am actually a Ravenclaw with a secondary in Hufflepuff, I guess. I made myself a Hufflepuff scarf because I love these colors together so much. It's the one scarf I have still. They work really well together. This is another underrated colorway. It is very creamy. I think people pass it up a little bit because it's not one of our brighter colors. But that's what I love about it. It's just such a soft, wonderful color. This looks so good with Snuffy. Right there. Those two right there is one of my favorite combos. And then if you add this, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is the most 70s BS I've ever seen right here. Like this, or if you were to add St. Olaf instead. Like this just gives me 70s vibes all the time, and I'm living for it. I love it. I think they're so good together. But yeah, this is once again a very versatile color, very underrated. If you wanted to put a mohair with this, you could put bath yellow, but I think they're going to clash a little too much. This would be really fun if you wanted to put sassy pants with it. Can you show thoughts for This Is the Way, Cal, I showed you? Absolutely. So we were talking, but yeah, mostly, I mean, it also looks really good with Cynthia's lunchbox. My favorite with this is the, once again, is the Widow Flower. So that's what I would go. So yeah, real quickly, I'm going to show off some Cal colorways for JK. So we were talking Mithril, I think, right? Let me get that out here real quickly. You guys get to see Mithril real quickly. So there's Mithril. Trying to remember, and then we wanted to mute it down a little bit. So you could go with Bruiser, and you could go with Forest Park. Those would look really good together. Or you could take this out and put in, you could put in St. Olaf. The other one you could put in JK, and I think this would look really nice, is you could put in the Brass Monkey. Wow, words. That 70s box set. There it is by Stitchuel. Do I think that Mithril and Forest Park would make a good Slither scarf? Let's take a look real quickly. I think that the Mithril, yeah, they actually do work really well together. That would work just fine. If you look in our store, you know what, Emo? If you message me on Discord, I will send you a picture of I'll Get You My Pretty so you can see what that green looks like. A scarf is probably going to take you a few skeins. Like I said, it would have to be custom of 4 skeins. If you can find somebody to split that order with you, that works too. But I'll show that to you if you want. But these do work actually really well together. Even though this kind of has kind of a brassy tone to it, these still work really well together. What about the other dark purple and a speckled instead of the Mithril? Okay, so the other dark purple would be Nurple, which we were looking at. Here is that. For sure. With the Forest Park, and then with a speckle. The speckle that you'd probably want to do with this, I mean, you could do a Buttons and Bravery speckle, although then I would change this colorway out right here because it's going to blend a little too much. Maybe you could actually change that out here like that. That would work really well. Or if you wanted a different speckle, you could go with Havisham, if I can find it again. Here it is. Perfect. Havisham would work really well with those. In fact, it would bring the two together. But I don't know if that's too florally. Or there you go. Buttons of Bravery or Havisham. That's really funny. There are those options right there for sure. that dark purple and green. These two together right here. This is Nurple and then this is Forest Park, and they are so lovely together. Like, you know, with your Barbies when you were a kid, maybe you didn't play with Barbies, but you're like, oh, Ken, oh, Barbie, or maybe, oh, Barbie, oh, Stacy, whatever. That's what I do with my yarn all the time. I'd like to tell you that I don't make my yarn kiss, but I am a freak, and that is 100% what I do. That is really close to what you have. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, those work really well for that. Okay. So, we've shown off that one. I know you all know ectoplasm and love ectoplasm. Maybe someday I'll do ectoplasm on kitty glitter, and then it'll be across the board. Ectoplasm is one of our most popular colorways. I believe we're sold out of it at the moment, so I won't go into too much depth with it, but this color works with just about anything. As crazy as that sounds. Not the undertones so much, though. Although, if you take ectoplasm mohair and you take it and put it with Forest Park, these actually work really well together, which is strange to me, but it's hot. It works. Does Clockwork work instead of the green? Let's find out real quickly. I don't have any DK weight of Clockwork currently, so I can't show that off with it. So I'm going to do it in a smaller amount instead of the green. So we were doing Nurple and Buttons and Bravery. There you go. Right there. Those actually work really well, yes. Because the black brings in the Clockwork for you, is what ends up happening there. And of course, Buttons and Bravery always looks good with Nurple. Yeah, the ectoplasm, it's so vibrant and it works with so many different things, surprisingly. I mean, clearly it works really well with Nurple. It works really well with Buttons and Bravery because those are in it. But aside from that, I mean, it works great with Fairy Farts. It works really well. Okay, so I know somebody wanted to see, we'll show this off real quickly. Adds moss to the trees. Exactly, all knowing. Oh, it would be lovely and heather it down just a little bit. It would be. We have not done the wheel again. Thank you so much, Brittany. I got caught up in what we were doing. Real quickly, let me show off these two colors because somebody had a question about them. So these are the two purples with ectoplasm that was in question. So for Beetlejuice colors, I think this is kind of more Beetlejuicy, but that's just me. I could be wrong. That's Cynthia's Lunchbox and ectoplasm. It's one of my favorite mashups for colors. But here it is with Nurple. Right here. It's a little less bright. It's a little toned down. And you're certainly going to get a little more contrast because this is dark and this is so bright. So there is that real quickly. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do our next round of Wheel of Goody and Goof 'em Ups. I'm so sorry about that, my loves. Perfect. Wheel of Goody and Goof 'em Ups. It looks like TK is already doing the legal and the winner for me. So maybe he's on it. I didn't type legal. Oh, good on them. Sweet. Let's see if I can do it. Where's my thing? We're good. I'm just letting you know. Okay, 1 second here, guys. Let's see here. I'm spelling winner as wiener. Whoopsies. Perfection. There we go, there we go, there we go. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. You guys, absolutely, I will show those colors off in a second. Let's just get through the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups here. 1 second. Why isn't it showing me a winner? Oh, all-knowing eye, you can't win. I love you. I love you so much, but you're my husband and you can't win this. So we're moving on to somebody else. Is that an emo blue yarn? It might be. Indigo, congratulations. You are our next contestant in the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Fantastic. I think TK said that's not going to work now, but we'll figure it out. So let me get to the wheel. There it is. Lovely. Hello, wheel. It's so good to see you. We've just went over everything that was on the wheel, so I'm not going to go over it again. You know that there's some good stuff on here. There's some bad stuff on here, Indigo. I'm going to spin the wheel for you. I'm going to cross my fingers, and we're spinning this wheel. Let's do it. Indigo, you get a $10 Ravelry pattern. Congratulations. So what that means
You're a winner.
is that you can go on Ravelry and you can pick out any pattern you want as long as it's up to $10. Like that's the limit on the price. And then all you need to do is you need to message me in Discord with your Ravelry username and a link to the pattern that you want, and I will go ahead and gift it to you. Thank you so much and congratulations. We appreciate you being here and being supportive of Boss Kitty Live. Thank you. We will do this again in about 20 minutes. Sorry this one was so far behind you guys. Okay, Wheel, I'll see you in just a little bit.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Beautiful. Okay. So, I know that we had some requests in here. You feel like, Jim, definitely dye your hair. What color do you want to do? Okay, so I'm going back just a little bit here. Could I see Nurple, Ecto, Soot, and Mithril? Yes, you can. Nurple and Mithril. Here is Ecto, Nurple, Soot, and Mithril. This is a lovely color combination. I would probably break these up just a little bit. That's probably a good way to break them up. For me personally, I would want to keep the Nurple and the Soot separate from each other because they're so close tonally that they're going to really get lost in color work. So you'd probably want to like put Ecto in between the two of them or something like that. But this works out really, really... Oh, and Cynthia. I'm sorry. There you go. There's Cynthia as well. I'm afraid they're going to fall is my problem. There we go. Perfect. Sorry about that, guys. And it's getting a little messy up here. Timey-wimey with Princess of Mars, maybe. Definitely, I can show that off. You guys, I haven't even gotten through all the colors yet. Timey-wimey with Princess of Mars. If there's a particular base you wanted to see, let me know that as well. So right now I'm showing these off in DK as an example because it's the easiest to show them off. So this is really a nice basic blue and red setup, which I love. I think it's very classic looking, I guess is a good way to put it. You want to make a Hexicardi with half Soot and Mithril and the other half Ecto and Nurple or Cynthia's. I would do, if you're going to do Soot and Mithril, then I would definitely do Nurple and Ectoplasm, or Nurple and Cynthia's Lunchbox on the other side. Because then you have the purple, purple, gray, gray. I think that would look phenomenal. Hi, Kelly, how are you? I do love the emo blue, maybe a cardigan. Oh, for sure. Did you miss all the solids? Sleep deprived? No, you haven't missed anything. We're still working and looking at solids. If there's a particular color you want to see, let me know. So we're having some questions about blues. So I'm just going to show all the blues that I have off at once, other than the undertone because we already showed that. Okay, so these are my 3 blues that I have. And then for shits and grins, there's our last blue. So these are the 4 blues that we carry. Oh, 5 blues we carry. God damn, I have a lot of blues, you guys. These are our 5 blues. Our lightest would be Cold as Ice, which comes in 3 bases. You've got it in the Mohair Ball, you've got it in the Cat's Cradle, and you have it in the BKDK. I will tell you, this is the hardest color to get true on camera. It is a little gray from what you guys are seeing right now. Like, it looks grayer on the camera than it does in real life. It's much brighter. It's much more of an aqua blue. This is the only color that we cannot get perfected. Beetlejuice inspired, hence the Ecto. I love it. And then this is our timey-wimey blue. It's probably our next brightest blue, and it comes on 3 bases as well. You've got it with the BKDK, the Cat's Cradle, and the Mohair Ball right here. It's a very deep blue. This is the first blue we ever made, and we've tried taking it away once, and people lost their shite, so we brought it back, and I'm so happy we did because it's one of my favorites. This is the Undertone Larkspur blue that I showed you guys earlier. I know, right? All those blues together. Who knew? Like, it's like a little family of blues. This is my Blues Clues box set right here, right? This is Oopsie, which is kind of a denim blue. We don't actually... So this is in the store. You can find it in the shop, but there's not a picture of it right now, and I need to change that. There's a finite amount of this. It's usually sold at trunk shows and things like that, and it goes pretty fast. Hi, Hooked. How are you? Timey-wimey with Princess of Mars. I think we already did that, but I can do that again. There you go. Right there. Perfect. And then Coraline. This is the only base we carry Coraline on. It is our kitty glitter base. It is my favorite of the kitty glitters. It looks like a night sky. It's absolutely lovely. We used to carry Coraline on other bases as well, but we had so many blues I had to take one away. So if you are in love with Coraline and you want it on a different base, once again, any color is available on any base. You just have to make it. It's a custom order in that case. And you have to do at least 4 skeins because I have to dye it in batches of 4. That Blue's Clues is awesome show. Thank you, Kelly. I agree. Between the 2 cameras. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So here's this camera. This is true, by the way. This is much more true than this is. This is not what timey-wimey looks like. The face camera? No. This is what timey-wimey looks like. It's weird. They're 2 different types of cameras. That one is a Canon, I think, and then this one's a Sony. I don't remember. They're just I know one of them is mirrorless. I don't know all the camera stuff. That's not my part of the job. I'm just here to look silly and show you pretty yarn. The glitter in the Coraline, I know it's so good, right? I love it too. When is Oops going to be in the shop? Raw meals, it's Oopsie, OOPSIE, and it should be in the shop, isn't it? What is it? Oh, it's the proximity of the light. So it looks better here because the light is directly on it versus up here where the light's reflecting differently. And probably my wall is reflecting a different color on there. So this is the truest you're ever going to find of any of these. Oopsie should be in the shop. It's OOPSIE. There's just no, there is no thingy-majigger for it. The fingering weight scares you. Don't let it scare you, Elle. Also, you guys, I missed a ton of stuff in here. I'm so sorry. Which colors have black light reactivity to them? Corey, that's a great question. Ectoplasm, Sassy Pants, Bath Yellow, Cynthia's Lunchbox does. Let me get these ones out of the way so we're not in a hot mess here. So these are all of our black light reactive colorways. Right here. There's much more than you think there is. I'm not done. Okay. All of these. If you throw a black light on these, I don't think my black light will work. I'll try one more time. You can kind of see it over here. If I hold it far away, you can see where it glows. That's where it becomes black light reflective. You can see it on this one as well. You just can't see it very well, unfortunately. This one's very subtle. Actually, that one doesn't do it very well. You can see it right there on that one. So I can't show it to you on the solids very well just because it's a solid, but you can see what it does on the speckles. That's what these do as well. And there it is on there. The pink is the one that does it on this, and you can't see it so well on the camera with this one. But the pink is the UV light reflected one on that one. These do the same thing. You just can't see it so well because they're solids. Can you see Bath Yellow, Mohair, and Timey Wimey? Bam! Just like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to try it? Okay, turn that light off. TK is going to test something real quickly. We're going to try this one more time. Are you ready? So we just turned the light off. There you go. So really, I mean, this one still glows. The purple shows up some pink really well. The pink itself, the silk tends to glow in it. This kind of becomes a green. There you go. So I'll move them around, but you can see over here what these ones do. There we go. They just kind of glow. Yeah, that one's hard to do though. The solids are really hard to show off. But I promise it does it on the solids. There we go. Thank you, TK. Isn't that so cool? So that is Cynthia's Lunchbox, Ectoplasm, Bath Yellow, Sassy Pants, Fairy Farts, Buttons and Bravery, Sigmund, and Henson and Oz. All of those black light reactive. Oh my god, my eyes. It's glorious. Right? Thank you, Hooked. It's really cool. Thank you to Karen at Cozy for pointing that out to me because I never knew. She's like, you know that your yarn does this? And I was like, what? My yarn does what? There's magic and I didn't even know what's happening. Okay, what else do you guys want to see? I mean, this has just kind of become a... I think I got through most of our colors. I don't think that we showed off Soot. I don't think we've showed off Widow Flower. Oh, I know what we didn't show off. So here is, let me get some of these out of the way. There we go. So here is Widow Flower on all three of our bases. It's our lightest purple. It's so much fun. This is one of my favorite mohairs. It's so versatile. It works really well with like Havisham or our speckles in general. It just kind of softens everything up. This is Soot, and then this is Mithril. Those go really well together. We have Mithril on all four bases, actually. So here's Mithril on Kitty Glitter, right? It's very soft. And then it's also, here it is on Fingering Weight. And then here it is in DK Weight and in Mohair as well. So this is one of the few that we have in all four. The other one that we do that with is Cynthia's Lunchbox. Love the speckled black light. Thank you. Which colors would make the best rainbow? It depends on what type of rainbow you want, Elle. If you're looking for a muted rainbow, I can do that for you. Or if you're looking for a more traditional rainbow, I can do that for you. So there are all of our four bases for Cynthia's Lunchbox as well, just so you guys got to see those real quickly. And then the colorway that you guys don't see much of, because I only have it on two bases, and I should probably change that at some point, is Murder Mittens. Murder Mittens is incredibly popular in person. It's kind of like Victoria, but more of a berry tone. This is in Fingering Weight. It's like a berry red. It looks really, really, really good with... Here it is. It looks phenomenal with As You Wish. Do you have any color combinations that you really want to see used in specific project? There's a lot of color combinations I want to see in different projects. What type of project? Give me a type and we'll talk. I can maybe come up with that. And then this is what it looks like in mohair. This is probably our best-selling mohair. There's so much different stuff going on in here. You get these really dark spots of the purple, and then the mulberry kind of just pops right onto that silk right there. You can see it's so good, you guys. It's such a decadent colorway. It looks great with Forest Park. I mean, it's just such a beautiful color. Isn't it stunning, Bubbles? Oh, my tummy's getting hungry, you guys. I haven't had breakfast today. Okay, you guys have 8 minutes until our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Okay, you wanted to see a rainbow. I do rainbows all the time. So I don't have Rockadoodle out, even though I probably should have grabbed a skein. And that's normally what I would start my rainbow with. TK pops back in here. I might have him grab me a skein of that. If I were going to do a basic rainbow, yellow, we've got green. I hear him coming. You can go true purple. I'm waiting for that red. You can go true blue. Red. Thank you. Truly appreciated. There we go. So this is what Rockadoodle looks like right there. I mean, you can go with your really basic rainbow colorways, or you can get really tonal about this. And you can put in Cynthia's Lunchbox. You can put in some of that. You can put in a little dash of this right here. Like so. I mean, your rainbow can get out of hand, honestly. So Crochet Hooked, we actually did a Saturday morning cartoon box set once, and it had a Rainbow Bright inspired yarn in it. Might need to go back to the store, Miriam. Oh, I didn't even see that. Who? What's the word on your hands? Handmade Designs, thank you for asking. So this one says knit. They're still healing, so they look a little janky at the moment. And this one says pearl. There you go. I got this done last week. They're starting to peel at this point. They should be healed up, I would say, by next week. That's my hope, at least. How about more muted? We can definitely do that. I'm going to be honest. Your muted rainbow is going to be our undertones normally. So you'd start with your red. Your yellow would be Brass Monkey. Then you'd go into your orange. Actually, you'd probably go into your orange first. Then you would go into your green. Then you would go into blue. Where is my... There we go. We go into blue right here. Then we'd go into our purples. And I mean, if you really wanted to use all of them, you could put this up here too. So that's your more muted rainbow. Like so. It's lovely. This gives me very 70s vibes as well. You could take out the brass monkey if you wanted to, and you could stick Tales from St. Olaf in there, or yeah, I mean you can put both of them in there if you really wanted to. I actually prefer it with brass monkey though. It exactly fits the words for hand. Thank you, handmade. I also found out apparently in like Germany and stuff like that, knit means right and purl means left. So the fact that I got it on my right hand and my left hand worked out really well. I swear the family has radar for when I'm excited and trying to do a thing. They 100% do. Draka, I would love the combo of the yellow mohair next to Nurple. Absolutely. We can definitely take a look at that. So here's this. Let me get these out of your way, guys. Shoink. And that goes over there. And then we got some Nurple. There you go. This is a very, 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 very stark contrast. So what you will end up with here, and it'll look great, you're going to end up with a very dark cord or whatever you're knitting, and then you're going to end up with this bright ass glow of yellow over the top of it. It almost looks radioactive. It's going to look really cool. The other one that looks really cool with that is ectoplasm. What's up, TK? Do you have Murder Mittens in BKDK? We do not yet, but that might come out in 2023. Maybe next fall will be our Doctor Who set, because next fall is the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. I think it might be time for a colorway for every single Doctor. That would be a very large box set. I'd probably make that available in 2 separate box sets, or you could get it for a whole big box set for slightly less money. So you could do old school Who and new school Who. I don't know. I have to think this through. We might just pick out five Doctors. It's a whole thing. I got to think about it. But yes, we might do a Doctor Who inspired box set for next fall, I think. I think that's a great idea. Bruiser and Rupert in DK for color work. Cal. Bruiser and Rupert work really well together, actually. In DK. I gotta find, there it is. Right there. Those two work really well together. In DK, they look really great. The purple and the brown, they do tend to muddle into each other a little bit, so it might not be as stark of a contrast as you're looking for, but because of that light cream in there, it really does pop. Doctor Who box set would be awesome. Striped yarn for the Doctor scarf. JK, that's not a bad idea either, like just doing that kit, basically. Doing like a scarf, another scarf kit instead of a box set. I too am flailing. Definitely need the 10th Doctor. Ginger, any weekend not at home and somewhere. That sounds good for real. That is a lot of skeins. Seriously, right? Like I was thinking about it, like, oh my gosh, it's so many skeins. Okay, are there any other color combos any of you guys want to see? Anything I missed? Anything that you're like, oh, I'm dying to see these guys together? Because I can also show you some fades. We've looked at that before too. So like, this is a really great fade right here. I can find everything I need. This is one of my favorite fades right here. This is Brass Monkey into Tea Time, into Victoria, into Bruiser. So if you're looking for a nice fade of solids, that works really well together. You could do a purple fade. You have so many purples. You could do a purple fade, which would be... I'm losing yarn, you guys. By the way, just so you guys are aware, it takes us about a week and a half to get all of these orders out because it's such a big sale for us and I've got to ship all of them by hand. So just be patient with us while we get all your orders shipped out to you. So you would do this one. There's a lot of ways you could do this one. I mean, this is going to be a much harsher fade, I think. I'd probably go like this. Maybe, nope. Maybe I'd go like that. I don't know how well that works, actually. That works well, though. Oh my gosh, it's time, you guys. Real, it's good you can group them up. I also would love a sampler card or mini skein set or something. I'm having a hard time choosing. That's fair. That's fair. We've talked about doing mini skeins before. We did for a while. They just didn't sell very well. Okay, you guys, it is time for Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up. Thank you so much, TK, for that quick reminder. Okay, let's do it. Do you have soot and mohair? Deva, I do not have soot and mohair. We carried it for 2 seconds. Well, not even. I made some soot and mohair. It didn't work very well for us. Like, it was so dark. But we could certainly, once again, do that as a custom one of these days. But we do have mithril and mohair. And winner. Hi, handsome boy. Come on, goodies. Hooked in a Flash, congratulations. You are our next contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Yay! Con, are you excited? Hi, buddy. This is Con, by the way, guys. He's my sweet little tabby kitty. You guys, we're getting a third cat. How do you feel about that, Con? You backing away from that idea? You'll love her. She's just so pretty. You're just gonna love her. Oh, Mama, all the chin scritches. Okay, we got to do this. Sorry. Hooked in a Flash, congratulations. You are our third contestant. Let's go ahead and get that wheel up for you, my dear. Beautiful. Hello, wheel. Look at this mess around here. Okay, you guys know what's on here. It's super simple. We got Blinky Rolls. We've got Game Over. We've got Yarn Tarot. Free shipping, international and domestic. Dad jokes, adject animal sounds, Ravelry patterns at $5 and $10. Merch codes. I think that's everything. And TK. I'm giving away TK. He's on there somewhere. You guys just don't know it. Okay. Hooked. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Are you ready? Let's spin the wheel. Yarn Tarot! I think this is TK's least favorite. Hooked in a Flash, congratulations, you get Yarn Tarot. You guys got to see my chest there for a second.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Thank you so much, Katie. Okay, Wheel, we'll see you in about half an hour for our final round.
Goodbye.
In the meantime, Hooked, I need you to think about something, anything. Maybe you're thinking about colors, if you should pull the trigger on something. Whatever it is, just think about something random, a question you have, anything generic, doesn't matter. And in the meantime, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to shuffle these cards, and we're going to pull a card for you. Oh, Hooked, I'm so glad you're having a good time. Mail him here. I love text kitty stuff that needs, you have text kitty stuff that needs to be done. There we go. I think TK doesn't like it because it takes a little extra time. He's very much a, let's keep things rolling, and I'm all here for that. But we've got it down to kind of a science at this point because I've got my Biddy Tarot up. Link your roll for TK to fly here and narrate my life for a day. Knit and craft, right? Because he's got that smooth voice. Okay, Hooked in a Flash. Think hard. Maybe your question is, should I try to take up knitting? Who knows? Only you know. Okay, we're going to cut these cards. Boop, boop. And bring them back up like so. I think I'm going to go ahead and shuffle one last time. Shuffling cards with new tattoos on your fingers. It's not easy, guys. There we go. Okay, you ready? Ooh, you got the 8 of Pentacles, but you got it upside down. I think this might be our first reverse card. Let me look it up real quickly. Bam. Okay, what do you have to say about this? So if we're taking a look here, here's the card again, by the way. It's lovely. I'm going to turn it right side up just so you can see. It's got 2 hands. The pentacles on this are made up all of weaving tapestries, which I think is really neat. Woven tapestries, which I think is really neat. 8 of Pentacles reversed. This shows up when you are focused on self-improvement and personal development. It says that you're highly disciplined and focused when it comes to understanding your inner beliefs and behaviors, and that you are dedicated to becoming the best version of yourself in whatever format that might be. It might be emotionally, it might be physically, it might be in craft, in some type of craft you do, any of those types of things. But it also says to be wary of focusing on trying to create perfection, because that's not possible for anybody. So don't be so hard on yourself. I know we are our own worst enemy and biggest critic, but remember that the things you do are absolutely phenomenal, even with the mistakes in it, because those mistakes are lessons that you're going to learn. They are memories of blocks in the road, and those mistakes, you can look back on them on things that you make later that look even better, whatever it is, and you can go, look how far I've come. Plus, those mistakes are endearing. People love them. Trust me, all of my quirks, there are so many of them. He thinks they're all, most of them are hilarious. I think they're obnoxious. So yeah, definitely work on whatever you're focused on in life right now. Continue to focus on it. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Let yourself make mistakes. Let yourself have those bumps in the road. That's what I've got to say on that with Yarn Tarot Hooked. Hope that was helpful. Seriously, just made a goal to focus more on yourself. Absolutely do that. Just don't get upset with yourself if you flub from time to time with that. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, we've got one more round of that. We've got about half an hour left of the show. If there are any more colorway options that people want to see, if there's something that you've been dying to see mixed together, this is a great time to do that. I have so much yarn on this table, you guys. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. So another color set that's really good together, surprisingly. This is one of my favorites, actually. Where's my purple? Where's my nurple in DK? Is Widowflower Nurple and Ectoplasm. Because for me, at least, this looks very much like an iris. I just think it's so lovely. You could add, in fact, you really could add, well, balls to the wall. There it is. What were the names of the muted rainbow? Great question. You could add Forest Park to that, and that would certainly help. So the names of the muted rainbow, they're all our undertones. It's Victoria. It was Tea Time, Victoria. Balrog was in there. I'm looking. Oh, it's right here. You had Forest Park in there. You had Larkspur in there. You had Bruiser in there. And these are not all in the same base right now. I'm just trying to show them off again for you. Oh, and then you also had Brass Monkey in there. There you go. Oh yeah, that is a great thing that TK just pointed out. So real quickly, let's go ahead and go check out the store and see what's available and what is sold out at this point, just so you guys are aware. So if I head over to bosskittyshop.com, if I look through everything, it looks like we're sold out of Tales from St. Olaf in DK weight. You know what? I can actually just inset this for you guys. So if we go through BK real quickly, we're sold out of Ectoplasm. We're sold out of Cynthia's Lunchbox in BK. We're sold out of Laura Palmer. So we've got everything else in stock, it looks like, although we do only have 3 left of Soot. We only have 3 left of Final Frontier. That's in the BKDK weight. Oh, I do have another page. Derp. We're also sold out of Tales from St. Olaf. We're sold out of Tea Time. We have 2 left of Rockadoodle. That's the last 2 of those. Oh, we're sold out of Hazel Bear, but that's not up here right now. So that looks pretty good. I mean, there are a fair amount of things that are sold out there. I might also need some help finding Oopsie. So let me see. If you guys come up here, can you see that? Nope, you can't. Let me bring this down just a little bit. Now you can see it. Do you see this search engine right here? You should be able to type Oopsie in here. I hope it pops up. Oh, it didn't pop up, so it's not live on the show or in the store. TK, if you could make Oopsie live in the store, that would be helpful just for today, and then we'll get a picture up of it. So I thought it was live in there. It doesn't look like it is, so we'll see if we can get that fixed. But if we go back home, let's look at Cat's Cradle real quickly. Check out more than once. Can you combine the orders later? I absolutely can, JK. The shipping I won't be able to reverse shipping fees, mostly because the more you're buying, the heavier it is, and so we're gonna have to pay additional shipping fees anyway. But I can combine things unless it's so big I can't get it into one bag or box. We only have 1 left of Nurple in the fingering weight. We are sold out of Cold as Ice, it looks like. Well, we still have Cynthia's Lunchbox, though. That's nice. Ectoplasm, we only have 1 left of. Bruiser, we have 2 left of. This is in Cat's Cradle, by the way. It says it's active. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, I screwed up. It was only available in point of sale. That's on me. We only have 2 left of Buttons and Bravery. What was that? Okay, Oopsie is up and available, you guys. We are, well, we don't have Coraline. I don't know why it's even on this page. Anyway, Kitty Glitter. Let's take a look there real quickly. Doesn't look like anything is sold out of Kitty Glitter, which is great. We do have only 3 left of the Princess of Mars, and then Mohair Ball. We're not sold out of anything right now. We have a fair amount of stock of them. This is a great time to try mohair, you guys. Seriously. It's on sale. If you've ever been on the fence about it, this is perfect time because you can get a skein of it. A skein of mohair is going to pair perfectly with 1 skein of fingering weight yarn. It's basically the same amount of yardage. This is 459. This is 460. Or 2 skeins of BKDK because that comes out to 460 to your 459. We did that on purpose. So 1 skein of mohair will go perfectly if you're holding the 2 together with 2 skeins of DK weight or 1 skein of fingering weight. Okay. Do you have another pop-up shop coming soon? Hooked in a Flash. Not one scheduled at the moment. I am getting ready to start the 2023 schedule for us. There are a few shops that I am reaching out to as far as trunk shows go in the area. Which one is the Oopsie again? Oopsie is this colorway right here. It's that kind of denim colorway. Just grab this real quick. I don't think we have a lot of it in stock, and I will tell you it is 2 different dye lots at the moment. So this would be one of those ones where if you're going to buy it all up or enough for a cardigan or anything, you would want to alternate between skeins. Probably. There is no image for Oopsie at the moment. There is actually an image. We just never got it up. It's in the image section of the folder with the images in it. There is no image for it, but this is what it looks like. It's just denim blue, and we'll get a picture up for that pretty soon here. What kind of project would you make with mohair and 1 or 2 DK? Hats. Hats are great with mohair. They're really soft and cozy. Cowls are really nice, and our mohair is so soft that you can wear it against your skin. A lot of mohair is really scratchy, and you can't do that so often. Can you see how the grades all faded together? Do you want me to add Oopsie in that because it's kind of a gray blue? Let's see here. All of my grays faded together. We'll do it in DK actually if I'm adding Oopsie in there. I have to order a fingering of Cynthia's to make my scrunchies. Okay. Could you put Oopsie and the Havisham in the Forest Park together? Yes, I can. So here are the grays all put together. You could put Widowflower in with that, or you could put Oopsie at the bottom, or you could put either of those, but they're certainly not grays. But there is Mithril, Packy, and Soot together. You wanted to see Oopsie, Havisham, and Forest Park. There it is. Here's some Forest Park. Oh, those are really pretty together, JK. Hot damn. Like, that looks great together. But I love... Oh, thank you, JK. I appreciate that. They are really lovely. It is a very unisex looking color tone. Like, it could go either way if you're looking at traditional what's right for a girl and boy, and I hate that term, but you get what I'm saying. It's very rugged looking, but you've got that flash of purple in the middle that really livens it up a little bit. It's OOPSIE. Sorry about that. For the cowl, yeah, absolutely. This works really well for the cowl. Damn you, Thorn. I guess I better put down my sweater and move quickly to the website. I know it's a great color combo. I really like it too. Have you ever considered dyeing Surrey alpaca? I've discovered in the last couple of years that I can't wear mohair. Indigo, I haven't, but I will definitely look into it. We didn't add any additional bases this year to our yarn. Last year we added kitty glitter and we added the mohair ball, and we did bam bam like that. We were doing 4 box sets. I almost burnt myself out. I think and you know, it tapped a lot of resource, and I felt like parts of the show were more quantity over quality. And so this year we decided to take a step back from adding bases and just focus on what we had, flourishing that out a little bit, working on those 2 box sets, that type of thing. And I'm happy we did that. So we might add in a few additional colors next year, or we might add an additional base. And I can definitely look into Surrey as being one of those options. Oh, yay, Michaela! Surrey Silk Alpaca is lovely and a great switch for mohair. Glitter Victoria. Okay, so, oh, and you got the Glitter Victoria with it. That'll be beautiful together. I do think that this would work. I think these look perfect for the This Is the Way cowl. I just bought my first yarn from you. Could I get a yay? Very excited. Thorn, I'm super excited. Let's see if the confetti works. If it doesn't, you get confetti! Yay! If Mittens were in here, he'd be dancing for you. You might need to try your mohair, see if it works for you. This is the perfect time to try it because it is on sale. You guys, it is seriously... Okay, so there's a story behind our mohair. It's story time, kids. Okay, so I made a beautiful, beautiful shawl, the Indira shawl, by Vanessa Smith Designs, and she actually made it out of murder mittens and a different type of mohair because we weren't carrying mohair at that time. I made it out of Packy, and I bought some lovely mohair for it. Except for after I knit it up and it was beautiful, it was so scratchy I couldn't wear it. I gave it to my mom, which is what happens when I knit things that I can't wear. But I was so frustrated by it that I started looking into mohair, and we bought a very high-end mohair that's got silk in it. It's a silk and kin mohair blend, and so it's super soft. The silk that's in it gives it this lovely tone. I mean, any of these colors have it in there. Let me see if I can find another one that shows this off as well, so you're not just looking at this. Do you see how you can see that pink and it's on the core of the yarn? That is because the core doesn't take the dye as well as the rest of it does. That's a silk core. You can see that right there. Right there. And then the mohair takes the rest of the dye. And so it gives it this really nice depth. But most importantly, it is super soft. You can cake our mohair and do a center pull from it with no issue. I've tested that many times. When people first started buying it, I started bugging the hell out of them. I'm like, okay, so did this do this? Did it felt? Did it do this? And that's the other reason our mohair is so soft. I am very, 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 very paranoid about felting it. So when we're dyeing it, like I've got it timed. I don't put it above a certain heat. I don't put it directly in cold water. I don't put things directly into hot water. It takes me a very long time to dye our mohair because I'm so careful with it, because we want it to still be floofy for you guys. I mean, check this out. We're going to open this up so you can see. Even though that this has been skeined up for a while now, check this. I mean, you can see it's not felted together at all. Like, it just comes right apart. And it's so soft. It's so fluffy. It's so delightful, you guys. I cannot tell you how much I love our mohair. Well, I can, but I don't know how long it's going to, or how much it's going to come across. Looks like a neon light stripe. Ecto with those is lovely, isn't it? With these right here, I know, it looks great. It looks so good with all of these. Oh, now it's in my mouth. You knit mohair ball alongside a strand of cat's cradle yarn. You decided you didn't like the end product and ripped it back. The entire sweater. Yeah, so that's the other thing, is most mohair is not forgiving about frogging. Once you've knit it or crocheted it, it's done. You cannot frog it. Bubbles has frogged mohair. I have frogged mohair. Somewhere I have a project that is just bath yellow, and I don't know where it is, or I would show it off right now. Grinch Christmas, perfect. It is. Ectoplasm is very much a Grinch color. You're like the damn princess in the pea, but with pricky... I'm the same way, Thorn. Oh my gosh. So, like I said, I give everything away that doesn't feel nice on my skin. So she has that shawl. She has a exploration station shawl because it had a little bit of mohair in it. And I was like, nope, I'm done. I don't like this. It's gross. If it would be pretty or mudded. So if you held it across the whole entire thing, it would muddle out the color work that you're looking for. I think if you were doing a something striped, or where you have blocks of just mohair in it, I think it would work really well for this. Or if you were, like I said, doing like striped, you could hold it across all of these and it would look really nice without muddling things too much. But for the color work you're looking for, you will lose the images with all of these together, I think. Clockwork with Forest Park. I can, but I don't have any clockwork in DK out available right now, so I'll have to show it to you in fingering weight. There's that. That's also very lovely together. Hold these up a little bit closer for you. These actually go really nice together. You have projects made of the mohair you still have. Raw meals, I do. I have a hat somewhere, but I think that it is packed up at the moment. So I don't have anything available at the moment, although I can get some pictures into Discord. I think that actually there is a picture in Discord. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. Just one sec. Oh, it might be gone. Completed projects. Just one second here. Let me see if I can find it. So we've had a fair amount of people make stuff with our mohair. And they put it in completed projects because they're so kind. Here we go. Bubbles, I'm using your picture as an example. So this is our lovely Bubbles wearing the sweater she made out of Nurple in Cat's Cradle and Mohair Ball in Ectoplasm. So she's held them separately, but you can see, I mean, it hangs really nicely. She says it's super soft. It looks great. Let's see what else I've got here. It might be the only one I've got available right off the bat here. Too close for color work. I agree. Yeah. I just bought some Cat's Cradle and mohair. Emily, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Do you project? Okay, yeah. Let's see what else I can find here. Oh, here we go. Stitch Band, she made these out of these calumet. She made it out of some aqua blue yarn she had, and then she held it together with ectoplasm. Once again, it's a very popular color for our mohair. So that's what those look like. That's like a cold as ice type of color held with the mohair. You can see what it does. So that's like these two colors held together. It's not this color, but it would be similar to that. So that gives you an idea of what that looks like. Let me get back over here real quickly. There we go. Is Discord only for Patreons? Hooked? It is not. You can definitely join our Discord. Just type !Discord and hop right over there. So, great question about patrons and Discord. Our Discord is open to everybody. Feel free to come over. Until that is abused by somebody or people where we get trolls and it's terrible, we will continue to leave that open to the public. You can only chat it up with us here on YouTube if you're a subscriber, so make sure you push that subscribe button and the like button, please. As for patrons, we do have a Patreon page. You can hit !Patreon. That'll pop right up as well. Our patrons get early access to all of our sales. So this sale was available to them 24 hours in advance yesterday, which is why some of our stuff was already sold out. When we drop box sets, they get 48 hours early access to that. When we do flash sales at wholesale discounts, when we're rotating stuff out, some of them get access to that. When we do grab bags, they have access to those. We also do a thing called Fleece to Finish project that we're doing right now, where I have a Shetland fleece, and I've been going through the process of cleaning it, carding it, spinning it, all of that, dyeing it, and that is access only for patrons as well. Or that's content from patrons only as well. So if you're interested in becoming a patron, we have three different tiers at $5, $10, $25 with extra things on it. And yeah, I mean, all of that content is still available via VOD. Love those fuzzy gloves. I know, aren't they so pretty? Looked at the long desk covered in BK yarn. I need to get more of your solids. Excellent, JK. Excellent. I'm reading. I'm sorry. May I see Soot with Timey-Wimey and the Cynthia's Lunchbox mohair? Absolutely. So here is Soot and Timey-Wimey. I gotta find the Timey-Wimey. There it is. Here's the Timey-Wimey. I'm doing these in, no, we'll do these actually in DK weight instead. It just looks nicer right now. And you wanted to see it with Cynthia's Lunchbox mohair. Here that is. Perfect. That's what those would look like together. This will actually look really cool. You'll have that purple that goes across all of it, right? But then you end up with kind of a side that's a little lighter, and then you have a side that's a little darker. The other thing this will do is that this will bring out the blue purple that's in here, and this will bring out more of the kind of gray purple that comes through on it. You're giving me ideas for perks if I ever start a yarn patron page. Perfect, Thorn. I love to help people out for sure. I have to tell you, figuring out Patreon perks is rough. Like, and there's a lot of stuff that has to go into it. So we try. We don't always succeed perfectly, but that's okay. Remember, you guys have 5 minutes until the final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, and 5 minutes until the end of our YSN tonight, Yarn Shopping Network channel. So here's the thing, you guys, my loves. This sale does not end when the show ends today. This sale is going until all the way through Sunday evening. So if you're not buying yarn right now, you can buy it tomorrow. You can buy it Sunday. It might be sold out though, just a heads up. Or if you're like, oh crap, I forgot to buy this, you can always come back and buy more. It's going to be on sale, 25% off everything all weekend long. No problem, Lillian. You had a patron page for something else, but it was hard to think. It is. To be, most of the 5-box sets are non-solids and most of my stash. That's fair, JK. They are non-solids. We do multicolors for those. Oopsie and Victoria. Yes, absolutely. And Kitty Glitter. There you go, my love. Those two right there. Those are so delicious together. I really want to see it with the BK too, but there's those two together. That's so beautiful. And then if you didn't get the kitty glitter, you just wanted these two together. They look, these are so, this is so elegant and luscious again, right? Like you got those primary colors that just turn into this deep richness. Happy belated Thanksgiving to you as well, Jeremy. Thank you. It's very nice, Marie. So yeah, you guys, real quick, if there's any other color combos you want to see, now is the time to do it because we are out as soon as we do our last round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Just a reminder to those of you who have never been to a Boss Kitty live show before, this is not what it's like usually. I mean, we have yarn out, but we're not like going through it like crazy people. I mean, I'm always doing that. But normally we're sitting here knitting, crocheting, spinning, whatever it is. We do quick tutorials for people. We have a make along we're doing. There's a little bit of there's a lot of cursing. Nerd talk, all of it. You just hang out. I get to hang out with you. The BK community is amazing, and we do that on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. You are all more than welcome to join us. We would invite you to become part of the Boss Kitty community. The more the merrier. It is such a phenomenally supportive group of people. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and then make sure on the little bell that you have notifications turned to all so you always know when we go live. There's a marled sock I want to do in ball rug and another color like gray or any other suggestion. So once again, Oopsie would work really well for that. I guess if it's sock weight though, huh? Because these two are super sexy together. You're doing it in fingering weight and you're thinking ball rug and you're looking for kind of a grayish tone. Clockwork would work really well. You still get that kind of rustic warmth to it. So that works really well. Rashana, you want Ecto and Bruiser. That's pretty fantastic, actually. It's not a pair up that I usually think of because we have so many colorways that go with Ectoplasm. But those look really great together, even though this has more of a warmer tone to it. I actually had a really nice day because I chose not to celebrate. You know what? That's great. Don't celebrate for sure. Just enjoy food. That's what we do, honestly. It's just an excuse for me to get to eat some delicious food. 2 more minutes, my loves, until our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Make sure you chat it up with us. I'm glad people had a good day, too. It's super important, just in general. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, too. TK and I are going to decorate the house for the holiday season tomorrow. My brother's coming over and putting my lights up because I'm going to pay him some money to do it. And then I think, I don't know if we're doing anything tonight. We might start the decorating tonight. You had lots of fun. You're going to head out for a late lunch. Of course, Brittany. It was so good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Mwah. Can't believe I missed most of this. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Glad to see BK feeling better, enjoying your projects. Tina, you know what? You can catch the VOD for sure if you want to look before you buy anything. Or real quickly, if you have any particular matches of colors that you want to see together, Tina, please let us know. Oh, thank you so much, Michaela. Have you seen the Alaska? I have not. You had surgery on Tuesday, and now your whole house except you has a nasty cold. Oh my gosh, Indigo, do not get that cold. I hope you're feeling better, though. It's a tree line in a night sky. Oh, I have to check that out. That sounds amazing. Oh, thank you, Rod. This is one of my favorite shows to do because we just get to show off yarn to you guys. Okay, you guys, guess what? It's time! Wheel of Goodies and Goof Ups. That's right. It's time for our fourth and final contestant of the afternoon. Look, I said it right this time. I keep saying evening. A pine forest at night against a night sky. Bruiser. Is that weird that I would think of Bruiser when I think of that? I don't know if it's wide. That's why I think the shadows probably. Did I do that right? I did not. Let's try that again. There's that. Oh, TK says Larkspur for sure. I think that's probably a better idea. He's right. Larkspur. Larkspur would be more. He's right. It's got the Milky Way in it. You get those blue tones. That would work really well. Okay. Hooked. I think you've already won once, so we have to pick somebody else. But man, oh man, does Nightbot love you. Let's try this again. As the sky or the trees? I think Bruiser for the trees and Larkspur for the night sky would work really well. What was that? Bubble Toes! Oh my goodness, let me make sure you're not on my spreadsheet, my dear. You are, wait. You are until the 30th. Nightbot, why are you killing me right now? You haven't done this in ages. Bubbles is so close to being off of our list. She won just a few weeks, or about a week ago. Rishana, I don't think you're on my list. You're not. Congratulations, you are our final contestant tonight. Okay, woohoo! So, let's get over to that wheel, TK. Okay, here we go. Wheel, my wheel. I don't know why I'm talking like that. You guys know what's on this wheel. I've talked about it so many times, it's not even funny. Rashana, I'm going to push the button that will spin the wheel, and we're going to see what you're going to win. You get a blinky roll. That's the second one tonight. What? Today, rather. So exciting.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
Thank you, Katie Kitty. Wheel, you have been so giving today. Thank you. We really appreciate it, and we will see you on Monday.
See you later, alligator.
Okay, so let's get over here. As it is time. It says roll blinky. I assume. Blinky roll? I don't know. What does it say? You tell me, Smarty Pants. I'm not getting. Why are you doing this to me? You pronounce it. No. Unum volumen. I don't know. Ad victoriam. What does it say? What does it say? One roll to victory. I don't know Latin. That's my favorite part, though. Okay. Look, it's on 20. That doesn't count. Come on, nat 20. Exactly, hooked. Okay. Rashana, I'm going to roll this die. You get a natural 20. It's all over. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this die hates me so much right now. That is a 1. That is a natural, not a natural 20. It is the exact opposite. Do you want me to? Can we start that moving forward right now? Moving forward, starting right this moment. TK is right. He says he thinks I should start re-rolling nat 1s because that is a complete crit failure on my part. So moving forward, we will always re-roll nat 1s. Are you ready, Rashana? We're going to try again. This is new. I make these rules up by the seat of my pants. That's a 4. Oh my God. I tried. Tried so hard.
Game over.
Anyway, why are you chirper boss, Giddy? Rashana, the plus side is that you get to play again on Monday. You will be eligible to play again. You guys, I've had such a great time. I think this is the most people we've had in the show for a Black Friday event, and it's been such a blast. You guys have all been so wonderful and chatty, and it makes this so much more fun than just sitting here and being like, here is some Victoria. Here is some Larkspur. It's one of my favorite events of the whole entire year. Like I said, we have our show on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure you're here, hang out with us. It's free, and if you don't have anything better to do, I'm a ton of fun to hang out with, and so are the rest of these litter mates. Moving forward for the holiday season, we do have a holiday show that'll happen in December. I'll get the date out for you guys on that sooner, or rather than later. Turn that down because I can't hear myself. Thank you. And then we do a New Year's Eve special every single year. This one is very special because I will be turning 40 at midnight, so make sure you celebrate with us on that evening as well if you don't have plans. Yes, TK? I don't want to give out numbers. TK says, let's be transparent with you guys about the growth of our business. Sure. So there's a piece of equipment that we need to buy, and I would like to buy it by the first quarter of next year. TK wants to buy it right now. It is a huge... I want to tell them. It's a proofing cabinet, and you put like a bazillion skeins of yarn in it, and it sets the dye. And so instead of dyeing like, I don't know, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Instead of dyeing 28 or 30 skeins of yarn at one time, I can dye like 80 skeins of yarn at one time. So it'll up our business, our inventory by a lot. It's huge. It's a great big step. We set a goal to be able to take care of that today, and I'm guessing he's telling me we've made that goal. Oh, we're a couple $100 away from making that goal, is what he said. So that's exciting. That's very exciting. And thank you to all of you for being so supportive and wonderful in one of our best Black Friday events ever. Of course, I love showing yarn off to you guys. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I will see you all on Monday. I hope you have a wonderful long weekend if you get one. If you don't, I just hope you have a wonderful weekend in general. Love you guys. I hope you do something fantastic for yourselves. Do not make yourself sick on turkey. That's my job. And as always, my loves, happy crafting. See you later.